He's like, what is going on with my butt? So apparently this is going to work his abs and his butt like nobody's business. So I'm intrigued to see what the results are going to be from this. Hey there, if you're interested in the #1 tool for increasing your horse's glute and abdominal strength, that would be the gut and butts, for any age horse, then stick around because you're not going to want to miss this. Alrighty guys, so welcome to #Team Fuego. So this channel, kind of covers a lot of bases. I'm a upper level 3-day eventer. One of the things that I want to go over in this video though is the #1 tool that I use, not only on this horse who is my upper level competitive horse, but also on my baby horses, because it is a great strength tool. And it helps the different age groups for totally different reasons. However, the bottom line is it does increase and improve strength, both in the abdominal and the butt region. So as you can see here, I am putting it on. Okay, so when you order an Equiband, what comes in the box is a saddle pad with buckles on it, and then you get two sets of rubber bands. Essentially those, you've probably used them in the gym before. They are stretchy rubber bands. Essentially, if you've ever done like resistance training on like a treadmill or like elliptical or anything like that, or resistance training in a pool, resistance is basically why your muscles have to work harder to be able to do just regular actions that they're used to doing all the time. To me, it kind of reminds me of when you're, say, like on the beach and you have ankle weights on, and then so when you're walking around with ankle weights on, all of a sudden you take them off and then you feel like weightless. You literally feel like, and that's because of the effect of having to do just a normal activity at a higher level. Once you go back to just doing it regularly, all of a sudden you feel like, like you've been set free, like literally like a weight has been lifted. So as you can see on the screen, I am now opening up the first rubber band that is going to go along his abdominal, and I'm going to show you that they're labeled for me as AB or HQ, being abdominal or hindquarters. And as you can see, there is a clip. Like, it's actually very simple when you look at it. There are clips with the direction of down toward the ground, and there's clips with direction back toward the back end. So this rubber band is pretty simple. You're just going to clip it in on both sides, and it's going to go along the abdominal. Now, this horse is 11 years old, and right now he is rehabbing, but that doesn't take away from the strength that that a horse has built up over the course of 11 years just by being an athlete. Not necessarily even by being a fit athlete, but just from spending 11 years on a planet. There's a certain amount of strength that's built into that, unless, obviously I'm going to add a caveat that if your horse has spent 11 years in a stall and has not built a single muscle, then of course that horse does not qualify. But what we're talking about is an 11-year-old horse that has done just a regular amount of work, what it takes a horse to be able to do that amount of work is exactly where this horse is at, given the fact that he is rehabbing. And as you can see, I'm going to show you the hindquarters one, and then I'm going to put it around his backside. But my point is that right now the rubber band or the resistance band is at a tension level that is set toward a horse that needs to build strength, not a horse that is already strong, that is looking to emphasize on their strength. So as you'll see, we'll take a closer look at all the resistance levels of the rubber bands that I have put. But for right now, I just want to mention that, say, for a young horse, you would use this tool differently than, say, an 11-year-old horse, even one that is rehabbing. So I would use this rubber band horse by horse based on how much strength they already have and what your end goal is, because you can always start slow and work your way up. So what's been suggested to me And as I said, my horse is an upper level event horse that's rehabbing. So with that being said, it has been suggested that he uses this 3 times a week. And as you can see, we're gonna go a little closer. So it's being held on by my Sur single here, which I got from Dover, but that's very easy to just get off of Amazon. It doesn't need to be expensive. This is the abdominal strap, and as you can see, I have it pretty loose, and that's the butt strap, which as you can also see, I have pretty loose because at this point, since he hasn't been doing any work for the last 3 months, I'm really not trying to overdo it, especially when rehabbing an injury. He's like, what is going on with my butt? All right, so I am officially using the Equiband for the first time. Let's see if we can get this in there. All right, we're officially using this for the very first time. We're just walking right now, and since he's rehabbing, at this point he only is hand walking, and then January 1st we'll get back under saddle. So I'll have another video for you guys of using it under saddle because I think it works the same, but they keep putting all these warnings on there, like, you know, only use it for half the workout and all this stuff. So apparently this is going to work his abs and his butt like nobody's business. So I'm intrigued to see what the results are going to be from this, because I will say that this horse probably doesn't use his abdominals or butt at all. He's always just been a very exuberant creature, and it's never been from a strength thing. It's always been from a excitement thing. So I'm intrigued and looking forward to seeing what this thing is going to do. So as you can see, right now my horse is rehabbing, but he's only hand walking, and then starting in 2021, he'll be able to be ridden under saddle, and then I will be including the Equiband in our rehab. And so, you know, whether or not you're looking to strengthen your horse because he's an athlete and you want to help him with his strength, or whether you're possibly in the same boat that I'm in where you're trying to rehab, or you have a young horse that you're trying to build strength safely on the ground before you're under saddle. There's so many different ways to use this. And I'm just telling you right now that I'm going to track the progress that this horse makes through using this tool, and I can't wait to see where we get to on the other side. Like, oh my gosh, when you're watching this video, you can literally see his butt muscle have to work to even just take a step. So imagine, it's along the same lines of doing, your weight reps every single day. If you did bicep curls every single day, imagine what your biceps would look like. So this essentially is a horse's buttocks bicep curl. All right, so I will, from here on out, I will be using this tool 3 times a week, and I will be tracking my progress here on this YouTube channel. So stay tuned, not only for tips and tricks on rehabbing, any type of injury, but specifically he's rehabbing a superficial right now. So not only tips and tricks to rehabbing horse injuries, but also stay tuned for this tool, because I am pretty excited to see, what I can get accomplished just on the ground using this tool. If you want to check out one of these Equibands for yourself, check the link in the description below. See you guys in the next one.